also want to touch on quickly, and then we're going to wrap it up. Like everybody here on this panel today, or not panel, but our podcast, myself and Jen and Yuki, it's like we all love animals, and there's something happening right now in terms of the welfare of our pets in our homes, in our shelters, in our society. So now is the time to stand up for our pets, whether it's nutritionally, which is what we talked about today, but in any way, if you see something that's happening with a pet or an animal in your neighborhood or somewhere, please be the voice for that animal because they cannot speak for themselves. Don't be afraid. Stand up, ask for help. Like Jen said, if you don't have the financial means to provide the nutritional care for your animal that you need, honestly, like we will have something down below. Like reach out to us. I'm sure Jen would be more than happy to send you a package of some of her treats or some of her supplements. Like we are here to help you. At the end of the day, this podcast, bringing people in means that we are here for you. We care about you. We care about your pets. You are not alone. And this podcast is about nutrition, and we are here to make sure that your pet gets the nutrition that they need so that they live long and healthy lives. But beyond that, stand up for what you see that's not right with your pets in society. Be a voice for them because we have to be a voice for them. And that's the only way that we will truly make change for those that so desperately want us to stand up for them, right?
They need us to.
We
Absolutely.
have to. Okay, and real quick, guys, before we say goodbye, which I never want to say goodbye, but we're never really saying goodbye because we're a community of people that love animals. But my producer just gave me some information. There is a website that you can go to called What to Look For in Your Dog's Food. And so, again, education. Every single one of us can get on a computer, look on our phone, do some research. This is honestly, not to minimize it, it's basic stuff. Look into what you're feeding your pet, the website that we're going to put in our podcast. Talk to people, talk to your vet, talk to your local pet store, figure out when you feed your dog, do they look good? What does their coat look like? Are they itching? Do research. And it's not about, none of us here are millionaires. It's not about spending the most amount of money to feed your dog. We talked about it earlier, and Yuki, I think you were talking about this, but adding in just even vegetables, like the most basic stuff.
Yes,
But
add
we're going to
real
have a link to
food.
everything. And now, Yuki, please share your last thoughts, and then Jen.
Okay. At the beginning of this podcast, we talked about some events happening, and my take on what's happening in our part of Southern California, the elimination of 3 animal shelters, defunding of monies to those animal shelters, and laying off people that work in the animal control environment. I just don't understand it. So let your mayor know, your legislator, whatever. We need to, like Jessica says, speak up for our dogs and cats and other animals. Thank you.
I cannot let this podcast end without asking a question that's heavy on my mind,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
think it's heavy on everyone else's. The name of this podcast. How did it come up?
Well, because I walk around this house singing digger digger doggos, diggy diggy doggos, digger digger doggos, diggy diggy doggos. And so somebody who will
Right.
not be named because he does not want to be named, one day he was like, you know what? I think that we could actually make a podcast. We could do some videos. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're ridiculous, but he's not ridiculous, but I was like, seriously? And so the very first, even videos that we did were just like, because I've lost, Sonny Parker is gone and my Blanco is gone. So I own 5 personal dogs. Jesse stays with me a lot of the time. So, but I had a lot of dogs, and we would go and we would take walks, and it was just like just getting up in the morning, feeding them, and the unnamed person, sorry. One day he was like, hey, can I just follow you on a walk? And I was like, sure. I'm so glad you asked that.
Right.
And one of the first walks was just and we walked probably 1.5 miles, which is what I normally do with my dogs. And he just followed. And then he was like, yeah, because you're always saying, and I do, I'm like, digger, digger, doggos, diggy, diggy, doggos, digger, digger, doggos. Like these are but I'm
All of us join in.
constantly singing.
Right.
I'm constantly. And so he was
Digger,
the
digger,
one that he
doggos,
was
digger,
like, I
digger,
think we
doggos.
should, he was like, I think we could do, a podcast. I was like, okay, I didn't think much about it. And I think to date, actually, we have, I'm going to start crying.
Sorry.
We have like 99.9 thousand views.
Wonderful.
Don't we?
Gosh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And we have like, I don't know how many subscribers, like 226, I think.
After
we have
produce
200.
your theme song. How
Yeah.
many there will be?
But I mean, it's like, and everybody behind the scenes, honestly, like, Jamie and then
Right.
Evan, I won't say the other person's name because he wants to remain
Unnamed
anonymous, but
individual.
he was the one that, like, put all the money into all of this. And we've done a bunch of adventures. This is our 7th podcast.
Wonderful.
We have
It's really
done,
amazing.
we're going to be going to Sacramento for the protest there. We're going to Vegas in May as well. And we are just like, I don't know. And I hope at the end of the day, it's just about like people like you being on here. Like, honestly, when we talk about the podcast, I'm like, and I was asking Myra, I'm like, do you think Jen will be willing to like come on the podcast? Because once I saw your products and then you gave me some to bring home to my dogs, I was like, oh my gosh, like and then you are I always knew you were intelligent, but you're beyond what I thought you were.
Thank you.
And
Thank
like what
you.
you've
That's-
done, honestly, and what we want to do is just like educate people. And even though we have kind of a small following right now, but once this is up and you like start sharing it, but it's
Right.
about like letting people know, first of all, when you have a pet, you're not alone.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
you don't have to be a millionaire to take care of them.
Yeah.
But also we have to be responsible. And responsibility comes with, like you talked about, spaying and neutering and the stuff that we feed our dogs and whatever else you want to talk about. But it's like we are a community of pet lovers that want to make the world better for our pets that we love so much.
Right. And in turn, we make it better for ourselves and we make it better for our community
Yes.
and our neighbors and those around us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen!
I'm so glad you guys had me. Thank you so much. This has been a really amazing experience. And I really do hope that you invite me back. I
Oh,
really
you
do.
will,
I
because
enjoyed
You
the
will be
only
back.
other person we've
Yes.
asked to come back, we had her back. So you'll be
Okay.
back. And we're going to plan it for next month in May. I want you to
All
come
right.
back and talk about your experience in the South, spaying and neutering, like anything you want to talk about, just the welfare of animals, education for people. And we are not here to, when I first got into rescue, I'll say this. I was a little judgmental. I was like, don't you know? Spay and neuter your pets. Don't you know? Don't do this. Don't you know? You don't let your dogs roam the streets. Don't you know? And all the years that I've been doing this for 15 years, I don't think about people like that anymore. What I want to do as a human being that loves my pets and loves animals and wants the best for them is I want to educate people.
Right. Exactly.
I want people, you're not alone. If you have a question, if you don't know, it's like spay and neuter clinics, free vaccines, whatever. And I used to judge people, and there's no more judgment. We're here to help you, to educate you, to get you what you need, the resources that you need. So ultimately, your pet can stay in your home,
Exactly. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, I
All
took
right.
it over at
Well,
the end,
thank
but I
you.
think I did pretty
Thanks
good
for
in the
having me.
beginning and the middle. Thank you, Jen, for being here. One more
course.
time, the name of your
My
company.
pleasure. Doggy Snacks. DOGGYSNAX.com.
Yay.
Digger Doggos
Digger
podcast
Digger
number
Doggos.
7. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. God bless.